All right, we are going to keep the show rolling. You sound like you're having a good time, so. All right, now this next performer, I want to get you ready for him because he's quite different. He spent most of his career as a syndicated radio talk show host, and he does stand up today, and you could tell he's from the radio. He's really terrific and he's very intense. Would you please welcome my buddy Edward Tyll?
Thank you, Ed. Hi, everybody. Woo! Excellent crowd. I've been listening in the other room. You guys are terrific. I'm going to make you a promise, actually, right from the get-go. I'd like to build a bond instantly. As Ed said, I've done radio and television for over 20 years. I don't like the direction we've gone in at all. And I will promise not to apologize to you for anything. Would you like to have an act, finally, in American entertainment where you don't have to apologize? Well, you know, I had an opinion, and it made all the people feel bad, so I don't know what to do about my opinion. I think I'll take it back. Do you still like me? Oh, my God. Yeah, things have really gone the wrong way. The new one, I mean, everybody knows about the Imus thing, right? The Imus thing swept the country and the world. Because it is ironic, right? That you have millions of people tuning in every day. You don't like what you hear. I thought in America we had the choice to just turn it off. But when I was a kid, no, it's okay, you can applaud for that. The right to choose. But when I was a kid, I was born in the 50s, and everybody remembers the 50s. Blacklists to keep an opinion off the screen or off the air, right? Well, it looks like today, instead of the blacklist, we have the black activist. Yeah. Come on, nobody? Really? You think it's okay to demand somebody's job, that he should be silenced in America, that it's a First Amendment to give opinions? I don't. The blacklist was wrong. The black activist is wrong. People in America today have to do what our parents taught us. I think our generation was taught the right way. We're the midlife crisis people. We were taught that what somebody else says does not define who I am. And sticks and stones can break my bones, but my character and the reality of me will prevail. Is that foreign? Am I off the reservation of PC? I hope so, because I hate politically correct. I'm a Catholic Democrat from the Bronx. All we had was free speech on the corner. That's all we had were our opinions. And the activity of the intellect was never a threat when I was a kid. So give it up for the people who still speak their mind. I hope you guys do. I mentioned I'm a Catholic kid from the Bronx and, you know, Italian mom, only child, right? Oh, only child, Italian mother in the Bronx. I remember so far back, I was somewhere in a big gathering of other little to-be-born infants, and they go, hey, that's the cesarean section over there. You'll go right over there. Go take a seat. Right. So it was a struggle from day one. Yeah, struggle from day one. Even getting out. I was like, what happened? I thought I was going to slide down a uterus. I thought I was just going to come out like fun. Nobody's going to look at my head. All of a sudden, like, okay, I'm ready. I'll be the rabbit out of the hat if that's what you want. And when you're raised that way, again, I had this very doting mom, and it was all about being safe where you played. It was all about being clean, wash your hands before you come to the table, be at the table on time so Dad will see you at the table when he comes home from work. Sounds like something on the History Channel, doesn't it? Like, where is that world? Well, couldn't shake all of it. I mean, certainly today, we do not have the same family structure, but I still have my thing about being clean. I ride the subway every day. I ride the bus every day. We're in a city of 13 million sneezing, coughing, germ-ridden people, and I'm out there. I'm out there navigating with my Purell. Right? I got the body motion. Every time I hear a cough, I go, whoa, okay. So here I am, entering the subway about 3 weeks ago, right over here on West 4th Street, coming down to the Village. I do a lot of comedy in the Village. By the way, I think Village audiences rock. Thank you. Love the Village. This is a place I used to come as a kid. When I was 16 years old, Dino Capelli and I used to come down here, 1972, just to watch the lesbians look at each other. Like, wow, it's amazing. They had the earth shoes, they had their father's pants on, and I was looking and going, wow, it's exciting. And you come down to the Village. 2004, 2005, lesbians. Everybody's having sex right there in the street. You're like, oh, God. That was shocking. But I'm a clean guy, so I have to back away even when it's amorous. Even when a couple is having that PDA, I just have to back off. So I'm on the train. Guy walks on the train. You know how we have loud panhandlers on the train now? Remember years ago, people panhandle like, hey, dude, I need some money. Hey. Today it's like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not selling this candy for no basketball team. So this is for me. So I can go buy drugs with me and my friends and not bother you. Whatever, that's fine, kid. You know, sell the candy. I hate that they're bogus candy. I like my M&M peanuts with the yellow package. I do not like the black and white package. I think they're ripping me off on the advertising. But the other pitch on the train is very disturbing. Guy walks on the train 2 weeks ago, same time I did. We have the same exact gait when we step on the train, same exact step, boom. And as he begins to speak, he says, ladies and gentlemen, I am dying of AIDS. I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. I hope I have money. I don't know what to do. It's terrible, right? That's stark reality. And he's going strong. Like, I was like, what happened to the Magic Johnson kind of AIDS where you put on 50 pounds, you open up theaters all over the country, and you never look sick, and nobody yells at you. You don't have that. And the guy is just imploring people to help him. But I'm standing in his line of spittle. Piece of phlegm comes flying out of him, lands on my face. I'm a clean freak. I have Purell in every pocket. But I have a deadly disease in the deadly phase, working through my healthy epidermis. And I'm freaking out. So I'm like, okay, don't panic. I know the whole Rock Hudson thing. I know that blood and semen. You should never say those words unless it's the name of a punk rock band. I think it's a horrible combination, but still, okay. I won't wipe it. Because if you wipe it, then it goes further in. I remember all this stuff when I was a kid. I'm going to wipe it in. So I'm letting it sit there. My epidermis is like, you'll never get in. We're healthy. You know how it works. And all of a sudden, my thing was like, there's an enlarged pore. Look out. So they both run for the enlarged pore. And then I bolt off the train, go into the men's room of the club I'm performing at, and take a globule of soft soap, and I put it on my face. And then I wait for the AIDS to fall off. A little hyper about my hygiene. Hey, but seriously. So, the news. Do we have time? I know it's a short set, but do we have time? When I was a kid, in order to do the news, you were supposed to know about the news. Is that a hard concept? Is that too much to ask? Walter Cronkite knew exactly where Europe was. Could name countries, could spell capitals. He knew what languages were spoken there. Who does the news now on CBS? The cute, the perky, the little girl with all the recipes for 25 years on the Today Show. Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Hi, I'm gonna do this news now. I got a cute little haircut. It's finally cut. And like, come on! What's the news part? And then what does she do on the news? Oh, it's so awesome. Years ago, Edward R. Murrow, all the great journalists, it was about journalistic integrity, a good news sense. And it's hard to select out the main news of the world, right? Katie Couric takes email. Hi, Margaret in Indianapolis writes, where is that crazy country Iraq that's giving us all that trouble? And Katie takes a little piece of chalk. Iraq, right there. I-R-A-Q. Can I? And that's the evening news. I'm like, no! That's not the news! They need you to know what that is! She doesn't. But I have to say, for a woman who introduced her colonoscopy live on the Today Show with the following line, she has a camera inserted in her colon. She looks over at Matt Lauer and Brooke Shields sitting on the couch. And says, Matt, look at my colon. Isn't it cute? And I jump off the couch and I'm yelling at the TV, no, it's not. It's when you take a crap. And just because you're perky doesn't mean your colon's cute. Babies are cute. Colons aren't cute. I know that. How about this line? This is Katie Couric. Goodbye day on the Today Show. Matt, do you remember when I had my second baby? And all the kids in my family came out and said that my placenta looked like a portobello mushroom. Oh, that's it. You have to be taken out now. American Journalism Committee has all agreed you will not be on anymore. Because I used to love Deborah Norville. She was so smart, but, you know, a little perky one out. Oh, God. Fabulous. Real people in the news, not politicians, not celebrities, real people in the news. How does a woman fall in love with a felony, violent murderer prisoner upstate? But they do, right? They write the letter, then they have the surrogate marriage, and before you know it, they're talking like man and wife, yet he is going to be executed. Unbelievable. What women will do, right? Okay. Now, that's not bad enough. On the day they're bringing him into the death house, she runs out and she steals a van, rolls up in front of the building with a machine gun blazing. She kidnaps him away from the authorities, throws him in the van, and drives off live on CNN. I'm like, this is not a crime. This is a love story. Am I right? Hello, my girlfriend will not move the car on opposite sides of the street parking days. I've harmed no one. No one. But maybe my favorite, is I'm a sociologist by training. When I was at law school, I loved the whole sociological impact of how we were organizing as a society. And the new pathology. First, it was like all priests going down on boys. It was horrible. And as a Catholic, it was just disgusting what was going on. But now there's a new one. There's always a new wrinkle in America. Now it's the 35-year-old, hot MILF, curvaceous school teacher having sex with the senior boys on campus. 2, 3, 4 at a time. Double teaming, quadra banging. But one kid, right? One kid calls the police. Like, what? Call the cops on this? You are not calling the police! We have waited for this all lives! Do not destroy the dream! And can you imagine the 911 call? Hello, officer! This is terrible what's going on at the school. Mrs. McGillicuddy's having sex with everybody, and somebody's got to stop this. I think that's David Geffen's kid, but whatever, it doesn't matter. You got to ruin it for everybody? Can't you just go home? No, you got to stop the action. So what do they arrest her for? What is she arrested for? Rape! Rape! What a horrible, disgusting, violent term. Rape? Now let me get this straight. A hot 35-year-old woman is blowing a bunch of senior boys, doing shots of Cuervo, singing I Will Survive while she's doing it. And you're saying that that is a crime. I really believe it's what the Eastern religions refer to when they use the term nirvana. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. My name is Edward Tyll. You are awesome. I love you. Here's your host, Ed Ayers.